Hi friends, Nick here from Technology Lowdown. Today we're looking at AdGuard DNS, which is an alternative to Pi-hole. It has a couple of different versions. It has software which you can install on Windows if you don't want to run your own separate server. It also has applications that you can install onto your iPhone or your iPad, and you can do DNS blocking that way. And the other option with AdGuard is, of course, you can install it onto your own server. Now, AdGuard itself, the company, is a company, so they charge licenses for their iPad and Android software. But the actual AdGuard system is open source and available freely on GitHub. So I'll jump onto AdGuard here on GitHub. And if we have a look here, we've got some screenshots, we've got a block list here, you can see a query log of all that's being searched for, and if we scroll down a bit more, we get to see some of the options that you have. So with AdGuard, it blocks ads and trackers, it allows you to customize your block lists, but it seems to have a few features which Pi-hole doesn't really support natively. So it does HTTPS for the admin interface if you want to set that up. It also does encrypted DNS over HTTPS, which is something that Pi-hole doesn't have unless you follow a long guide on how you can set that up. I've got that one open here, and I'll link to that one if you want to look at setting that one up for your Pi-hole. So going back to AdGuard, it also has these parental control features, and you can force safe search on search engines, which again requires additional steps if you want to get this going on your Pi-hole. So that is one of the reasons why I think you should seriously consider AdGuard if you don't want as much control as what the Pi-hole may give you in terms of extending it, but if you want something which is more of a product which is packaged, which is good to go, and is tested, well, look at AdGuard. So I'm going to jump into my version of AdGuard here that I've got set up. I've actually been using AdGuard as my primary, let's grab the password here, AdGuard as my primary DNS system for the last couple of months. And I have not had any problems with it at all. And when I've actually been monitoring RAM utilization, I actually find that AdGuard uses less on Debian than Pi-hole. So for AdGuard, I've got about 1.5 gigs of RAM dedicated for it, and for Pi-hole, I found that I had to give it 2.5 gigs. So go figure, haven't really looked too far into it, but I thought that was interesting, considering I would have thought that Pi-hole would perhaps use less resources. So I'm logged into AdGuard here, and you can see that it's got a fair few queries that have been logged here. We've got over 5 million DNS queries, and looks like there's an update here, so I'm going to click this Update Now button. Now this update feature is something which the Pi-hole doesn't really support natively within the web browser. This will update the AdGuard system along with the block lists and other things to do with AdGuard. Whereas with Pi-hole, you kind of need to log in via SSH and run that Pi-hole -update command. Okay, so if we have a look here, we've got blocked by filters, we've blocked 211,000 DNS queries there, which is 4%. It's blocked malware, and it's blocked 0 adult websites. So if we scroll down a little bit here, you can see the top queried domains which are in use. You can see the top blocked domains, lots of ad-serving websites there by the looks of it. And if I just go over here, I'll show you in the settings side of AdGuard. So if we go to general settings, we've got blocked domains using filters and hosts. You can use AdGuard browsing security web service. You can enforce safe search. I don't have that currently enabled. And you can configure your statistics for how long you want to retain that data for. Now this is one of the other features here which we have, which is quite simple to implement, which is an as easy to implement with Pi-hole unless you do it manually, but you can automatically block all of these services, or tick and flick the services that you want to block, and then save that, and it will block those services. So if we go to the DNS settings here, we can see that the upstream DNS provider here is Quad 9, and that is over HTTPS, and that's the only DNS that we have configured here. If you wanted, you could put in, like, say 1.1.1, and it would use that as a DNS server as well. But because AdGuard supports DNS over HTTPS natively, I've just left it at this. I'm happy to use Quad 9 as my DNS provider. So this encryption settings page is where you have the option of being able to enable that HTTPS login for AdGuard. For it, you do need to get your certificates, which you could either generate using, say, CertBot, which is the free certificates that you can get, or you could probably try a self-signed certificate, because this is basically the ports which it uses for your DNS server, your AdGuard server, on your internal network. So if we go to client settings here, we've got configure devices connected to AdGuard. So I was doing some testing here at one point, and you can update to say, yeah, I want to make this client, when it queries, it's going to have safe search, it's going to have to use the parental control services on here, and you can block specific services as well. And you can specify the DNS servers which this client is using. So that's one of the features which it has easily. You can add in other clients there, and when they query the DNS server here, it will then configure that reply as necessary. We also have the ability to configure dhcp for AdGuard, which is just the same as Pi-hole. So that is all there as an option. You can do your leases. It's fairly self-explanatory. Now under filters, we have the block list. It comes with 4 block lists, so it is blocking a fair few domains here. If we just open up one of those, I'll open up this one. Okay, so you can see here that it's blocking all these domains. Go back. So you can add your own in there, and you can check for updates as well, and it will do that. So last updated was yesterday, and it's just updated then. So one list file updated. So DNS allow lists, you can allow certain domains, DNS rewrites, so it allows to easily configure custom DNS responses for a specific domain, and you've got custom filtering rules. So block act, and it lists some examples down here. So that's easy to do as well. You've got your query log here as well. You can refresh this one here. We can either specify a client. I think my IP address is 21. So if I search for that one, you can see what I have been up to here. We've got the May 50K. That's a challenge I've been a part of. We've got Mozilla, speedtest.net, eBay. So yeah, that's one of the easy ways to look through your queries here. What else have we got? Your top block domains. So yeah, that's pretty much a brief run through of the AdGuard system. I have liked using AdGuard. It is a simple interface to use. It's not as hidden as Pi-hole in terms of lots of different menus. Pi-hole has lots of features, and it's probably quite good for if you're running it, say, in a business. But AdGuard, I would recommend highly for home use, especially if you don't need that high level of customization that is available with Pi-hole. Well, thanks for watching this video on AdGuard Home DNS. I hope that this video has helped you. If it has, please like this video and subscribe if you would like to see more videos like this. Let me know if you would like me to show you any other features of the AdGuard DNS system. I'm open to answering some questions in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Bye.